now for 3 years, and I've had a great time here. I had the opportunity to go to Dubai and help open up a property there. It's just been a great experience. But what we do, Romeo doesn't know this, but Romeo's job is to bring in really high-end customers into our properties. This is just a hotel, so it's different, but into our properties so that they can gamble, have a good time, and play. My job is, once they get there, how do I create an experience unlike anything that they've ever had that makes them want to continue coming back and staying at this property and playing and eating and drinking? So most of the time, people that Romeo's bringing in, I may get a call from him and he doesn't know, but I get excited when I talk to Romeo, because when I talk to Romeo, somebody big is coming in. Romeo doesn't just call me to say, "Hey, Andre, how you doing?" It is normally short notice, but at that point on, we have to come up with a game plan. "Hey, Andre, I have a $2 million customer coming in. He's coming in this amount of time. I need the biggest suite. Here's what," and he'll try to give me as much information as he knows. This person likes to eat at the steakhouse. This is the way he likes sparkling water. He likes this. But sometimes we don't get all the information, so we'll actually create a complete profile on this person. Andre Jackson, CEO of company. He likes to do this, this, and this. So then we can do special things that relate to what he likes to try to create a special experience, because most people at the level that Romeo's bringing in, they're used to staying at Four Seasons, they're used to high-end things. So my mind is always thinking about what extra can I do to wow this person so it makes them want to continue coming back that other hotels aren't doing. So my experience in Dubai was great because I got a ton of ideas that a lot of stuff we don't do a lot of times in the US. They do a lot of little small details in room, when they do amenities, just the overall service experience that they had over there. So I took a lot of that stuff back so that we can try to wow the customers that we have. So that's a little bit about me. I'll let Romeo go into his world.
So my background is completely different. I came to school here to become a doctor. I was a pre-med student at University of Memphis. Graduated with 2 bachelors of science. They're hanging in my room right now. I look at them every day. I'm like, wow. 5 years and great, I'm a great doctor now. I'm just kidding, I'm not. So joined the casinos back in 2005. Been with them for 14 years. Just totally, I like to go out. I'm out till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning probably every night. Yeah, you can say there's nothing in Memphis to do at 4 or 5 o'clock, but there's a lot of places that stay open that late. You meet a lot of people. There's always somebody that want to go to gamble at 4 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. You just get them a car, send them down. But I got in it because of my relationships with a lot of the big names. Me and Coach Cal became very good friends when Coach Cal got hired. Don't boo yet, because I know a lot of people don't like him here. But actually, from Coach Cal, I expanded my whole network. He introduced me to tons of people, from Jerry West, Michael Jordan, all the athletes, and then from them I met CEOs of companies. So that's when the casino reached out to me and brought me on board. They wanted me to keep on doing the same thing, which is go out, party, wine and dine, and get paid. Which was a dream for me. I was like, you want me to do what? But then you get to the logistics. But just like Andre says, so any player we bring in, we try to make the experience above their expectation for one reason. So let's say a guy say you walked in the door, you like this kind of wine, you like to eat at 6 o'clock, not 9 o'clock. You like to watch a game in your room. So we built this whole profile and we put it in the system. And once we got all that in the system, next time they come in, they pull it up, bam, they got everything there for them. So the customer's not asking for anything. We already got everything. And then if they go to Las Vegas, you send that info to one of your counterpartners over there. Be like, hey, this is what they like. This is all that you need from them. When they walk in, like, holy crap, how did they know? Like, this is amazing. So you always try to blow their minds, right? I mean, I deal with a lot of high-end players, but we do have a host team that deal with all kinds of players. I mean, there's a level for every player. If you're spending $100 or you're spending $2-3 million, there's always somebody there to take care of you. So the level of attention is different from one group to the other. Crazy stories, there's always been crazy stories. I'll give you a perfect example. This actually 2 weeks ago, the guy that he's talking about. I got a phone call from my friend down in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. He got a client that's going to St. Louis, Missouri. We used to have a casino in Missouri, but we closed them down. We sold them. So anyways, I was like, no, I don't have a property over there, but I'll send him a private jet to pick him up from there and bring him to Tunica. Guy never been to Mississippi in his life, doesn't even know where Mississippi is. Like, dude, it's an hour flight. Perfect. Send him the jet, came in, called Andre, dude was set up quick. Unfortunately for him, wasn't a good trip. He drops $2 million in 7 hours and send him back home. The thing is, he called me the next day, he goes, man, great experience, loved the property, everything was awesome. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm like, I wish I can say that. Losing $2 million, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, just try to get it again, right? But it's that part, that's the hardest part of my job is when they lose that kind of money and you try to bring them back in the door. Because now they got in their head, it's like, this is a freaking jinx. I'm gonna lose every time I walk in this door, which is not. So that's where our part becomes very, very important, is the relationship part. If you don't have if you don't build a relationship with any of these clients, they can go anywhere in the world. They came into the cotton fields of Tunica, Mississippi. I mean, we don't have anything down there. Like, I mean, how many people have been to Tunica?
Okay.
Oh, so everybody's over 21. It's good. Good to know. Good to know. But you know, we don't have the flashy buildings like Vegas. We don't have the big shows. We don't have the big restaurants, the pools, the nightclubs. But they love it because of two things: the relationship, the trust, and the hospitality. Our hospitality is amazing. Like, everybody that comes and plays with us always tells us, man, your employees are always making eye contacts. They're always asking how you're doing. They're always friendly. They're always smiling, regardless of how's it going. We can have a leak on the 15th floor going all the way down to the casino floor. People are still in good spirits. But that's the main thing. And then with our company being as big as it is, you have opportunities to move around. I mean, we're in about, 9, 10 different states. So you can live, if you want to live in Nevada, if you want to live in Atlanta, in New Jersey, if you want to live in Philadelphia. I mean, if you want to live in Illinois, we got properties everywhere. So you can move, you don't have to be in one place. And that gives you a chance to grow within the company. Plus, our benefits are amazing. I mean, Andre will tell, we got an amazing benefit program. Our 401k program is great. Our match is incredible. The insurance is great for you and your family. So starting with a company like that gives you security off the bat, because you don't have to worry about the small things. I know insurance is not a small thing, but still, it gives you peace of mind that if anything happens to you, God forbid, or your family, you're taken care of. So stuff like that with a company that big is all, and plus it got its own negative. It's so big that you have to send players everywhere to keep the whole operation moving. But basically, those are I'll tell you some crazy stories once we start talking about questions. There's some crazies that have been in. I mean, I had a guy, CEO of a company that I brought in from Miami, Florida, and I'll show you all the pictures because he gave me permission. But I sent a plane to pick him up, and the pilot sent me a picture. He goes, "Are you sure we're picking up the right guy?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "I'm gonna send you a picture." He sent me this picture. Dude had a suitcase handcuffed to his hand. It got $2 million cash in it, in a Superman outfit. And he came off the plane and he played the whole time with the Superman outfit on the casino floor. But I mean, $2 million, bless you. I'm allergic to you. No, I'm just kidding. But it's crazy. Like, there's some people that run companies that blow your mind what they do in their free time. But again, they love it because they can trust you and they know they can do whatever they want. They don't have to worry about TMZ crap or you leaking stuff out on them. So basically, that's on my end. And if anybody got any questions on operations, and almost do all hospitality here, but the hospitality leads into gaming as well.
Yeah, so hospitality is big. It's hotels, it's restaurants, it's spas, it's gaming, it's shows. There's so many different things. So that's why it's such a cool degree, because you can do anything. It's not just a hotel.
Can I start it off?
Go ahead.
You always
Go ahead.
do.
Nothing crazy though.
Speaking of Bob Kraft.
Yes.
No.
So again, let's put that on the side.
Was that him, the Superman outfit?
No, definitely not Bob Kraft.
No.
No. He's actually, it's a young kid. He's the CEO of one of the biggest companies in Miami. He owns about 3,500 homes that he flips and sells. And I mean, the guy is 38 years old. Likes to have a good time.
My question is about Dubai. There's no gaming.
No gaming. So that's illegal in the country.
Well,
It's just, it probably happens.
But here, it's a very touchy subject with Dubai because now you're getting close to Mecca and Saudi Arabia and Medina. So
Oh, no, I
that,
get it.
that's one of the that's the holiest of all holiest places over there. If you put gaming over there, it'll be chaos.
But my question is, and no offense to Caesars Entertainment,
Mhm.
but you guys are a gaming company and here's a hotel resort complex with no gaming. So how come, did Marriott and Hilton and everybody else bid and they just were rejected and the government liked Caesars, or what's the story there?
Caesars is a bigger name.
So as a company, we're trying to diversify because right now the industry, gaming is definitely still the core of the business, but there's so many people now that are just in the hospitality space for experiences, whether it's shows, it's restaurants, whether it's the wheel. So that's one thing that we're doing now as a company. We're actually expanding into hospitality places that don't have any gaming. We have one that's about to open in Cabo San Lucas in Mexico, which will be
Same thing.
similar to Dubai, where it's just a 5-star hotel. We have one at Scottsdale, Arizona that's going to open, which there's no gambling there outside of native gaming. So that's one of the things that we're doing. We'll probably put Caesars or different brands within the organization, so stuff that people are familiar with. So a big one is Flamingo in Las Vegas. Everybody knows Flamingo. It's the oldest property in Las Vegas. There may be a Flamingo Miami that's just a hotel. So then you get connected to this network, and then when you go to Vegas, you want to stay at Flamingo because you had such a good time in Miami. So that's one thing that we're doing. Dubai was one of the first that we did because they call that the gateway city.